you very much. Yeah. It's my pleasure to share some experience and talking about some myths in the job search. There are two worlds. One is from the job seekers world. Second is from the employer. They hire people. So there's two worlds. They're different viewpoints. Okay, so I'm a lucky person. In my career, I worked for 3 companies. All 3 companies' stock rise at least 10 times. Tencent is 40 times.
What is our next?
Okay, so in the job search, there are a lot of myths. It's confusing. Some people say it's true, some people say it's not true. Okay, so today we are going to discuss some of the myths or truth. Okay, let's see the first one. One-page resumes. If you read the books from the libraries about the resume writing, they always say your resume must be in 1 page. Otherwise, people don't want to look at it. It's not truth. Yeah. Because in the early days, the HR need to make a copy of the resumes to let the hiring managers and hiring team to reviews. They maybe need a photocopy of the resumes. If the resume is 10 pages, 5 pages, it's a lot of work. Okay. But now, every company using the online. The page of the resume the definition is different. We're using the keyboard, page down, page up, to scroll the resumes. So I think if you're early in your early careers, you're a new grad, so the resume 1 page is fine. It's okay. But you have 10 years, 5 years experience. So I think you can write a little bit longer. I think less than 5 pages is okay, but don't too long. Don't more than 10 pages is too long. Second, so can resume get you a job? This is wrong. The purpose of resume is to get you an interview. Resume cannot get you a job. So some people even pay for some resume writers, ask a lot of friends to critique. Back and forth, spend many hours on the resumes. This is wrong. So on an interview, and if you don't prepare yourself enough, you cannot pass the interview. Even how good the resume looks like. Even you hire a professional writer to help you write the resumes. Even you get an interview. Yeah, if you don't have the right qualifications, it's hard to get the job. So don't overspend your time on the resume writings. Okay, number 3. So a lot of people say you should apply as more jobs as possible. The more jobs you apply, you have a higher chance. This is the myth. Because job search is not lotteries. If you buy a 10,000 ticket, mega ticket, probably you can increase your chance to get the reward and the bonus. But in the job search world, the more resumes, the more jobs you apply, you can increase the chance. The reason is for every company, hiring a person is a very important decision. Yeah, it affects the company's bottom line. It's a lot of money you think about. The company needs to pay the employers social securities and the Medicares. It's a lot of money. So in every company, hiring is a very critical decision. It's not a lottery process. And if you apply too many jobs, sometimes the recruiter call you or the HR call you for an interview, you forgot which company you applied. And you don't have time to prepare to do the research about the company. So my recommendation to the job seekers, every week you apply 3 to 5 jobs is okay. every week you submit 5. So you can do some research about the company. Understand you yourself need to have a judgment. How many chance I can get an interview? How likely I can get into the companies? This is a self-judgment. The sense is very important. A smart person can precisely judge the likelihood about them. I talk with a lot of candidates. Sometimes they told me that I may not qualify for the job, so I think the chance may be a little lower. So they're very smart. They know their qualifications and the job descriptions, the difference. So that's why if you apply too many jobs, you lost that sense, that valuable sense. It's a self-judgment. It hurts your judgment. When the real chance comes, the real opportunity for you come, you don't have the sense to evaluate, oh, this is my opportunities, not yours. Every job seeker has their own advantage. At some jobs, you have an advantage. At some jobs, you're not. So the judgment, the self-evaluation is very important. So don't apply too many jobs. Number 4, job search is a very painful process. You send the application, no response. It's very frustrating. Am I qualified? Why don't you call me? There are many reasons. So you have to admit the fact that not every application you submitted, you get a response. Actually, a lot of companies, Google, this is the automated email response. Even you got this message, this is automatic. It's a template, the email template. Just recognize, oh, your resume has been received. The HR or recruiter will review your resumes and qualifications, and they will contact you if there is a fit. So this is the normal process.
Got a question. So many people think that submitting to friends internally in the company can help.
Yes, this is another myth.
Okay.
Very good question. Yeah, very good question. Okay, so this is if you don't have get a response, actually it's a signal. I said you have to hear the voice of the market. Have you heard about a story about the elephant? The blind people touch the elephant. Some people touch the tail. Some people touch the body, the trunk. Some people touch the elephant legs. This is exactly the analogy for the job search. Because different person, different job seeker feel the market is different. Some people, if they have computer science degrees, graduate from Stanford, it's very easy for them to get a job. But if you don't have a degree and your skill is outdated, it's very difficult. So that's why every people feel the market is different. Depend on your major, depend on the skills. But if you apply jobs and then you get some phone interviews, on-site interviews, actually this is the market response. It's like you touch the elephant. Every job search is elephant for you. You have to feel based on response, and you can feel that what type of company they tend to call me. What type of positions I get higher chance of get phone interviews or on-site interviews. Question, someone?
Yeah, if one does not get response, like from Google, do you recommend?
If you get no, it's clearly no. Just admit this is the fact.
But do you recommend someone to submit again?
Okay, this is another business. Very good question. Yeah, very relevant questions. About the follow-up. Okay, this is the question about this. Follow-up. If you read a lot of books, read a lot of articles, they recommended you to follow up. Okay, I have more than 10 years experience. I think this advice is half true. You can follow up, is good, is right. You can follow up maybe most 3 times. Don't over follow up. It's no use. Just you ask a girl out. She don't want. It's an answer no. Ask her 3 times. Don't bother. So the follow up sometimes can make the HR frustrated too. Because the decision is not made by the HR. The decision is made by the hiring managers. Or maybe a group of panels. Sometimes the HR don't know the reasons. Because actually it's HR submit the resumes to the hiring managers. The hiring managers, they don't tell the exact reasons why they don't like this candidate. Yeah, sometimes the HR don't have the answer. But the follow-up is good. 3 times is good because people sometimes forgot. Yeah, follow up, but don't over follow up. Okay, we read a lot of books. It's about the passion. Follow your passion. You should be on fire. Okay, but enthusiasm and passion cannot replace or cannot overweight your lack of qualifications. Yeah, passion is good. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have the passion. But passion cannot replace the work and study you should to improve your skills. Because people hire for skills. If you can do the coding or you can fix the machines, that's the skill. There's a book. You can go to Amazon. You can maybe find this book. It said, "Don't follow your passion." Yeah, this guy is a Discovery directors, Discovery Channel. You see the books. This guy is interesting. His point is, follow the opportunities. Don't follow your passion. Follow the opportunities. Maybe you can build the passion when you do the work. Normally people, the passion, what means passion? Someone they like their, if they're doing better job, they like that. Like kids, they go to the class. If they're good at math, they will like math. If they're good at English, they will like English. If they're good at physics, they will like physics. So people sometimes have the passion, it's mixed the passion and their strengths. It's total, sometimes different things. Actually, there is a passion test to find your passion. What is passion? If you go to the bookstore, if somehow you stay in some book stand and read some books, this is a signal. Means you like that. Automatically you stand in that type of books. You do that. Okay, second test. If something you do, you don't feel tired. You want to do it in the weekend, in the night. You don't feel tired. You feel happy. Okay, this is the second test. Find your passion. Third, something you do, even nobody pay you, you still want to do it. That is a passion. It's hard. Actually, it's people. There's a lot of changes, a lot of new things, artificial intelligence, bitcoins, blockchains. Every day there's some new things. But you have to find your real passion. You really like it. This is my 3 tests. Bookstore test. Payment test. Nobody pay you. You still want to do that. Okay. Number 7. It's actually listed about the passion. The most qualified candidate gets the job. This is wrong. In my career, I saw a lot of unqualified people get the job. It's very interesting. So that passion is, this number 7 is related with offline networking. Because of, as I said, you show the passion, but you cannot, the interview is not the right place to demonstrate the passion, because people may not believe you. The offline network, like this type of event, if you help on CASPA, on other or IEEE or some professional organizations during the real event, and you work with the community, work with the event to show you really like that. Maybe in that situation, sometimes you can get the job. A lot of like marketing, a lot of soft skills. A lot of jobs require need soft skills. So in the networking, offline case is the best. I think the best opportunity for you to show your soft skills in the offline. So if you work with someone in association, like CASPAs, and they have a good experience, very positive feedbacks on you. So next time, if they have openings, they will consider you. So that's why this number 7 is about the qualification. Also, if we look at the job description, they say this require 3 to 5 years experience. If you have 2-year experience, are you going to apply or not? Yes. If a job requires 10 years experience, but you have 8, two less, are you going to? Yes. Answer is yes. The reason is, who write the job descriptions? This is a lot of HR, a lot of hiring managers. Actually, a lot of they copy each other's. They copy online, different companies. Sometimes you look the job description looks very similar. So then the number of years experience is not that like 5 years, 8 years the same, or 2 years, 3 years the same. But however, for the new grad, it's different. New grad not apply. If a company require 5 years or 8 years experience, but you are new grad, why you apply? It's waste your time. Yeah, a lot of school they have career centers. So I encourage the student to first find the jobs on the career centers at college or universities. But for the other job board like Monsters or Indeed, so I tell them a trick. It's a trick. You look for the keywords entry level. Another keyword is associate or new grad. Because if that type of openings, the employer is specific looking for entry level candidate. So that is your chance. If a new grad, don't apply for those 3, 5, or 8 years experience. That job not for you. Number 8 is answer this friend questions about referrals. This is the biggest myth. A lot of people, my friend told me, I cannot get into Google, Facebook, Tesla, Apple because I don't have friend there. Nobody refer me. So those people will spend their time to do a lot of networkings. Hope I'll know some people at Uber, Airbnbs, Tesla. This is the myth about referrals. I get into Google. I just submitted resume by myself. I didn't know anyone there. Okay, referrals at Google, if you refer someone there, you have to write a form. There are 2 types of referral. Strong referral and a weak referral. Strong referral is if you work with someone, the same team, the same project, the team members, or the supervisors, the managers. This is the strongest referrals because they work each other. They know the experience. They know the strengths and weakness. The weak referral is someone I met in this event. Someone's neighbors, cousins, nephews, some uncles, classmates, neighbors. It's a weak referrals. So at Google, you have to write down how you know this person. So even you know someone at Google, Facebook, Tesla, if you don't in the categories, don't fit the category of strong referral, it doesn't help. So this is the referral is a very it's a myth, it's the biggest myth about referrals. And if you have a good background, you graduate from top schools, or you work at some other leading companies, you don't need referrals. I'm kidding with my friends. I said, what's the best way to get into Facebook? Get into Google first. What's the best way to get into Airbnb? Get into Uber. Because the top companies, they respect each other. They like each other's the employees. If they have a higher standard, they respect each other. So you don't have to know anyone. So this is the biggest myth. And don't spend. The networking is important. I said networking is important, but for the referral, don't spend too many times. Because even you know someone at Google, Apple, it's a weak referral. It won't help. And for the top companies, they have a very tough standard. When I worked at Google in 2006 to 2009, even we hire an intern in Beijing, Kai-Fu Lee, the president of Great China, cannot say yes. They have to be send the materials back to Mountain View. Larry Page, the founder, needs to look at that. At that time, Google had about 6,000 people. Every employees, new hires, Larry Page needs to look at that. When Marissa Mayer joined Yahoo, bring the same practice. Every hire to Yahoo, Marissa needs to look at the qualifications, interview feedbacks. So at Google, even Kai-Fu Lee refer a candidate. HR won't tell the interviewer, hey, this is referred by Kai-Fu. Should be a little bit easier to do. No. Sometimes the Google's interview is randomly picked up. The interviewer don't know who the candidate referred to. Don't know who is someone's cousin, someone's nephew. Tesla the same. From Tesla 2003 to 2013. So I recruit for the 2014. Even in Beijing, a sales or a technician, a vehicle technician, Elon Musk will review the qualifications. You can't believe it.
Sometimes like a company have a website, you apply send your resume online.
Yes.
Sometimes you can internally forward the resume.
Same thing.
Any difference?
No difference, because if you use the ATS, no difference. The only difference is in the when the HR look at resume, there's a source, there's a tab,
Okay.
but it is very small. The letter very small. Nobody cares that.
Unless you know the recruiter. Sometimes, when I refer somebody, if I know the recruiter, then they know me. Sometimes that's some advantage there.
I agree. Yeah, but the chance is very, very small. When I worked at Google, 2008, there's 800 recruiters at Google. Now I think at least 500 at Google. Facebook maybe 300. Even you know a recruiter at Google and or Facebook or Apple or Tesla, the chance may not be she's or he recruiting for the job you apply for. Very little chance. And then the recruiter, they don't know each other. I don't know the other 700 recruiters at Google. Even I send a resume to them, they treat the same. They won't say, hey, this resume is referred by Tom. Tom is also a recruiter. They will give some favors. So it's very difficult. Like hiring managers. What is a hiring manager? Hiring manager is not a precise defined word. So what is hiring? Who is hiring manager? Yeah, sometimes like, a lot of companies a panel. So, okay, my definition about hiring manager is the one who is responsible, who makes the final yes. This person. At Tesla, now it's 38,000 of people. How? It's very little chance you know the hiring managers. Yeah, if you know the hiring manager personally, I think it's good. It's advantage. I'm not denying that. The chance you know the hiring manager is lower than the chance you know the exact recruiter. Okay, a life changers. In Chinese, we call it the 贵人. You may meet someone, an angel. Meet someone, a VIP, a CEO, vice president, senior vice president, the board directors, some venture capitalists. Some people in the attending this type of event, they tend to networking with the speakers. It's a very common. They hope one of the speakers at this event will help them. So this is the myth. This is the wrong. The life changer could be a normal person. Could be your classmate. Maybe could be a recruiter. Yeah. Could be HR. Or could be someone sitting beside you. It's not someone very high. Yeah, even I said, I told them, some friend, I said I'm an HR, but I changed many people's lives. The first 50 people in Tesla China, I attend offers. I attend offer to two vice president of Tesla. I think someone I changed their lives. But I'm a normal person. I'm not the CEO. So when these slides, as I said, when you come to this event, make some friend with the other attendees. It's maybe more important than the speakers. Because speakers, they face so many people, it's hard to remember. It's very hard to remember. There's so many people here, I cannot remember. So make friends with the other attendees. This is my advice for the event. You attended the event like this. When you go home, you cannot say, oh, today I see Tom. Should be, oh, I attend this CASPA event. I know some other friend in the Bay Area. Bay Area is a small place. Maybe someone sitting beside you is your life changer. So this is the advice for the network. Okay, this is similar to the networking. A recruiter will not help you to get a job. HR is not a person to help you a job. So that's why some people, when they do the networking, they will say, hey, I should make some friends with the HR. I should make some friends with the recruiter. It's okay to do that. But remember, recruiters or HR, they work for employers. They don't work for you. They help the company to recruit talent. They don't help you to get a job. This is the different things. Yeah, but sometimes it's if lucky, yeah, you know the HR, the recruiters that need your skills, need your experience. Yeah, that's the match. So if you go to LinkedIn, email a recruiter, say, hey, can you help me to get a job? That is wrong. That's the wrong expectation. Okay, number 10, about the online profile, about the Twitters, Facebook, LinkedIn's. Now the statistic shows more than 50% of employers, they will check the social profiles. So if someone says something on the social media about like illegals or offensive, against the laws or ethics, this is the employer will actually notice that. So don't think you say something on Facebook, say something on Twitter. It's nothing to do with your careers. And people see that. Normally, I will check the candidates' LinkedIn profiles. So if some people say some very offensive words on social media, say to show the personality, maybe have some weakness, some issues, the employer will stay out of trouble. Don't hire this person. This person is yelled on the Facebook. Okay, this is my number 10. Okay, this is my profile on LinkedIn. You can search my name, Tom Zhang. You can find my. You can send me. Welcome to send me an invitation. I also have a Twitter, China Twitters, 微博，硅谷猎头，这个微博。Okay, I want to save some time because to answer some questions.
One question is that how do the recruiters work as a for the strategy to negotiate the salary package?
Okay, yeah, this is about the salary negotiation. So after January 1st this year, California has a new law. You don't have to answer the questions if someone asks you how much money you make. This is good for the it's good for the job seekers. You don't have to tell them. But sometimes they ask you, what's your expectation? Yeah. Then you can, based on your studies, based on research, you can give them a range. But remember that recruiter HR only have a small band, a small range the company will give them, so they can work together. They cannot pass the range. Actually, negotiation power, they don't have much in negotiation power of the HR and also for their job to hire people is their job. They want to hire you. Just remember that. They're your friend. They're not your enemies.
So what's the most efficient way to do job search right now? The LinkedIn is the most efficient.
Okay, there's several major job search channels. LinkedIn, Monsters, Indeed, Dice. Okay, I can give some comments here. LinkedIn is good for the Fortune 500 companies. LinkedIn is just like the welfare. All the good companies, all the good jobs there. But if your competition not that strong, if you're a new grad, for example, if you're a new grad, or you're not graduate from Stanford, Berkeley, or from all the shining companies, logos, then the LinkedIn will show your weakness. You're competing with a lot of good resumes. In the Bay Area, there's a good job search channel, is Craigslist. Not many people know that. The reason is Craigslist, every job posting is $75. A lot of startups, they cut their budget. So they send they want to hire on the Craigslist. $75 per month. But LinkedIn, you know how much price? $500. Very expensive. So startups sometimes don't want to pay the budget. And another good chance is Indeed. Indeed also very good, pretty good. Indeed itself is a $1 billion company. The headquarters of Indeed is on the East Coast. Indeed is good. Dice is good for the IT. Monsters and Career Builders are the more generals, the old school job board. All the major job board is okay. You can try to apply. And also the company have their website, direct website. I think that is also very important. Okay, we don't have much time.
Dice has a lot of contractor jobs, right?
Yes.
So you just mentioned there are so many recruiters in one company like Google or Apple. So for example, if a person to be interviewed in parallel several different opportunities in one company, then the recruiter will ask, are you interviewing other opportunity in this company? How do you reply that?
Okay, so because now the company uses the ATS, applicant tracking system, the software can see very clearly who is how many jobs you apply. That's why I said don't apply too many jobs. From HR point of view, if the candidate apply for 10 jobs, 20 jobs, normally it's a sign, it's a weak candidate. A candidate apply from QA to vice president, all the jobs. Crazy guy, yeah. Startup. Okay, thank you very much.